Baby dolls, I have alarming news. Friendly alarming news. Meet Kevin is bearish on small cap stocks. So he's basically bearish on crypto.
It's a really interesting one because a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to get into small caps. So don't take it from me, but I think getting into small caps right now is like mentally deranged. I'm bleeding. Getting into small caps right now is like, look, if we don't go into a recession, fine, great. But if you go into a recession, small caps are like the worst thing to be holding on to. It's literally a stick of dynamite that you're holding on to. It's stupid. Now, I know that people are like, oh, but Kevin, you know, rates are going down. Bro, I mean, you're going to see that in just a moment. And I want you to think about this. What percentage of small cap debt do you think?
Don't worry about that next part, friends. I'm just going to show you now. He's basically, in a nutshell, all right, he's basically fading the 4-year cycle. So this is small caps. This is Mr. Russell. This is the weekly chart. Now, if you notice around the Bitcoin halvening, Mr. Russell pops up. We have the Bitcoin continuation. That was 2020. In 2016, Bitcoin, Mr. Russell pops up. We have the continuation of the cycle as well. And then in 2012 as well, Mr. Russell popped up 3 out of 3 times, and the crypto cycle continued the 4-year cycle. We started the final alt season wave number 1. You know, 3, 4, 5 months of friendship and kindness over there. So here we are. This is like cycle number 4 now. I just went through with you 2012, 2016, and 2020 each time. Now here we are. Is it going to happen again? I don't know. This could always go down, screw things up. It can do that, friends. We can do that. Yeah, it could always do that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, friends, we have the global liquidity index. They're printing money. They're printing money. They're killing the fiat system. They're killing the fiat system slowly. Then it's going to be fast all at once. They're going to move everybody into another system, the digital dollar scam. Even though Donald Trump doesn't want it, they're going to find a way to get it, man. You can't fight the central banks. It's always the critiques of the central banks that winds up dead or shot at or maimed or disappeared or suicided or Epsteined. They're all the same thing, right? So that's what we're waiting for, friends, as you get to see here. Let's go back and check out even this is the Bitcoin with the interest rate cycle. But actually, we can actually just quickly have a look at this Bitcoin halvening, this vertical line right now. Yeah, somewhere in 2025. You heard it from the man himself, okay? You have someone like me, Kevin. He's very in tune with that. But just for some reason, friends, I have this ability to sniff. It sounds like disbelief. It sounds like disbelief, you know. You know, earlier in his episode, he went through this, which I'm going to show you. This chart, actually. He went through this, friends, and it shows, see this chart's very, very low. That is cash holdings. Now, the top chart is households. The bottom is investment organizations. If you notice, though, both of them are really record low, man. Both of them are record low. What does that mean? Means no one's got much cash. They have assets. If assets go down, they don't have much cash to raise. Everybody's going to panic and cascade and capitulate. But look how long it can last, by the way. Look how long this thing can last. It can last a while. It can last a while. Doesn't necessarily mean everything's going to capitulate in 5 seconds. Here, we have a 4-year cycle now, man. Like, friends, look at this. In 2008, see this spike up here? The world died. This was the 2008. Literally, the world economy died. What do I mean by that? You have the debt was too big. The banks took so much risk. Moral hazard. Some say hazard. Some say hazard. They basically took all the upside gains. They didn't bear any of the risk. They got bailed out. And now we are on QE 1, 2, 3, 4 infinity. We're just running off the money printer. A hypersensitive, hyper-correlated world we now live in. Whenever they turn on the money printer, the central bank balance sheet expands. Then the euro dollar, which is the US denominated currency sitting all around the world, they get fatter. And then because they got fatter, the collateral gets fatter. Collateral, friends, once again, joke term. It's a joke term because they consider collateral just like government fiat currency sitting there, like in a bond and a treasury note. But, you know, we'll just play their game for now. That's a closed circle fiat Ponzi system, right? All of that expands, and eventually the liquidity runs straight into stock market buckets. Big cap, S&P 500, medium cap, Then you have small cap, which is the Russell, which is exactly what we're looking at right now. So the fact that friendly Meet Kevin, some call him Meet Cuckin, but he hasn't blocked me. But Meet Cuckin, you gotta admit, it's pretty funny. So Meet Kevin, bearish on these small caps. I'm thinking, it feels like disbelief, man. It feels like he's like, you should have been going up. No, it's gonna be a recession. And he's gonna be right. He might be right, but man, this plays out. Let's say he's right though. Let's say small caps suck and they really are dynamite and they show themselves right now. This is going to be a disaster because that means crypto goes down, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything else is going to be struggling. But look around you, man. We don't have that many weak hands in. We don't have that many weak hands in. We know we got believers in. By the way, if you're heavily offside, you're a believer. You're a believer when everyone's offside. When everybody is onside, okay, when everyone's in profit and they're really, really excited, you have attracted non-believers. They will find the chart, they will find the excitement, they call you up, they sniff you out, they go, wow, this guy's making money, this girl's making money, this squirrel's making money, I want to be around it. I want to go buy high, I want to play the momentum. I've just discovered this 960,000 YouTube subscriber video that says top 10 altcoins to buy to make 100x in the next 2 months. Sweet, I'm going to get into them right now. Those types of people, they are the non-believers. That's ultimately what happens at the end. We are nowhere near that, friends. We're nowhere near that. So even if things do collapse, you know they've only got one button, and it's called the money printer button. If you don't do that, though, you'll be joining everybody else, pooping around. Live footage of cheaters dumping their crypto retirement bags for a 2x. This is amazing, man. This is absolutely amazing AI stuff, what's been able to do. Man, if only there was a way to bet on AI. Well, kind of, friends, just to let you know, crypto is a proxy for AI. Not the AI coins, just crypto. Because AI, artificial intelligence, is deflationary. Because they are humans that don't sleep, they are humans that don't complain, and they don't even need to get paid. There is a cost to run them. You can think of that as their salary, but they don't sleep. They work overtime 24/7. They don't get tired. Millions and millions and millions of humans' brains, pretty much. That's what we're now exponentially getting to the point. So how do you price that in? Deflation. That's how you price that in, because a lot of these things, you don't need a lot of stuff anymore. You don't. One thing's doing all the jobs. It's like if you had a city, friends, but you needed 100 people to make you a pizza. 100 people. And then one chef comes in and he's like a pizza making expert. He replaces 100 people. What happens? You've employed one person, the chef. What happens to the other 100 people? They don't have a job. If they don't have a job, what happens? They have debt. Who's going to pay off their debt? They go bankrupt. Deflation. All the economic activity they were all doing, these 100 people that were, getting employed to make a pizza, they're gone now. They don't buy petrol. They don't buy bubble gum. They don't buy squeaky chairs. They can't even afford fluffy slippers anymore. You see that? Deflationary. So what does the government have to do? They have to print the gap. They have to print the gap. And then see, it's stimulating crypto. That's why crypto is one of the best bets you can take. But you still got to be careful, right? So every year, friends, 100 confident people will appear. They appear on YouTube, they appear on Twitter Roonies, they appear everywhere. Just 100 people. And they're all certain that their thesis and their coins will play out in the next narrative. Every single one. But only 5% of them are right and 95% of them are wrong. It's tough. I read all of them. I'm like, man, it could happen anywhere. The spark can happen anywhere. What's actually worse, friends, is that when someone wins, people then follow that person and they gain credibility, but their streak eventually downtrends. And all those people who follow, they realize that they are no richer, but they've been following that person for a couple of years. And I'm not going to name names. I've forgotten half of them. But yeah, there were famous examples in 2020. People made a 1000x. They tapped in to DeFi. They tapped into synthetics. They tapped into what Chainlink and Oracles and future of DeFi applications, decentralized finance, all these things going around money markets. Yeah, they tapped into that. They binked it in 2020. What about 2021? In 2021, do you think they had anything to do with dog coins, alt layer ones, gaming, metaverse, NFTs? No, they faded all of them, every single one of them. So a unicorn in one year was useless the year after. Completely useless. They were really bad. And they definitely screwed up in 2022, 2023. And I still read their notes and theories today. They've literally got this whole year wrong. They fade meme coins. Everything's trash. And the only meme coins they're interested in have the highest market cap anyway. Wow. You're a genius. This happens, by the way, just to prepare you, this happens with traders as well, short-term traders. They'll either sell you an indicator or they'll say, hey, referral link, I'm a good shot caller, okay? The only calls you should be doing, friends, it's to your parents to tell them that you love them. That's it. And your siblings too. So shot callers and all these, they have streaks as well. And then most likely you only hear about them when they're in the top of their streak. The 90% win rate part. Then you follow them long enough and they go down to 50-50. But to mean revert down to 50-50, they have like 30% win rates for like 6 months. And then they start like reasoning with you. They go, oh, if you followed me from the start, you would be up. That's how you know when they're like on their last legs, when they start saying that. I can tell you 5 people. I specifically can tell you 5 people I've like followed, just like keep on track and stuff. Oh, wow, this person's really hot. Let's see what happens. Let's do a mini trade just to track them. That's what ends up happening. They go, oh no, have you been taking this for the past year and a half? You're actually up. I tell you that too, but I tell you that I owe you nothing. You owe me nothing. It's all random, man. We don't know. That's it. Every coin can go to 0, 90% call, 10% lottery. That's it. I'm not selling you a product. Like, hey, this is what I do. This is what I like. I'm in these. I like these. They make me laugh. That's me. If you are the market and you disagree, go buy the other stuff. But actually, people can figure out him 18 hours a day. It's not really me that likes stuff. I'm looking at stuff in relation to how everyone else looks at it. So I'm always comparing, like, how much do I like it? And do I think other people will like it? That's pretty much, that's the memes of that's altcoins themselves, okay? Don't forget, friends, retail is the spear, and most of it is random. These are 2 boomers, and this is a Peppy smoking, okay? Retail's a spear. Why is retail the spear? When retail come in, they choose coins to participate. If you ignore them, you're going to be left behind, because alt seasons only start when retail makes money. Alt seasons don't start by these big VC guys listing on exchanges day one, telling everybody, this is life-changing. No, you're starting at the top there. You're starting expensive. Retail, to get excited, need to make money. They need to be paid. Kind of explains Soilana, right? Apparently, friends, Bonk and Whiff were inside jobs. I've heard a lot of people on Twitter say that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. By the way, everything's an inside job, just to let you know. In terms of, like, there is somebody in the background of every coin trying to orchestrate maximum growth, which is what you want. Like, stocks are all inside jobs. Yeah, you want them to pump the bags. You're here for future growth, okay? I specifically remember those people, friends, those 2020 people. And let me tell you something. I've even listened to interviews with Puzu. Shout out to Puzu. He hasn't blocked me, but Puzu, it's just such a funny name. You know, so Mr. Zoo, he even talks about 2012 Bitcoin maxis, OGs. They latched onto that narrative. They got it really right with Bitcoin, and then they were unable to grasp any altcoin narrative after that. They failed 2016, 2017, 2020, 2021, and now 2024. Think about that. They binked at the first one, and they've got the next 5 wrong. Dead wrong. But if you're early enough, though, you know, 2012 Bitcoin price, what was it, like $10 to $15? You can afford to be wrong, right? You can afford to be wrong. So also enjoy this Peppy in a field. You've learned a lot today, friends. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.